5 new dangers every green card holder must know. October 2025 update. October 2025 has brought the biggest shift in how the U.S. government views and vets green card holders, and many don't even realize it yet. Small mistakes that once went unnoticed, like a DUI, a few speeding tickets, or late tax filings, can now trigger serious immigration consequences. From airport detentions to naturalization denials, new policies and digital systems are quietly transforming what it means to be a lawful permanent resident. So, if you have a green card, this update is for you. Let's break down the 5 biggest trends affecting permanent residents this October, and what you can do to stay safe and protected under these new enforcement rules. The October 2025 reality, a new era of digital enforcement. Immigration enforcement in 2025 isn't about big criminal cases anymore. It's about patterns, consistency, and personal responsibility. This year, the Department of Homeland Security, USCIS, CBP, IRS, and even state DMV systems have started working together through a digital coordination network informally called Twin Shield. This system connects everything, from your traffic fines and tax payments to travel records and background data, in real time. That means every decision you make as a green card holder now leaves a digital footprint visible to multiple agencies. Whether you're renewing your green card, applying for citizenship, or returning from abroad, officers can instantly access your entire compliance history. In other words, your immigration profile is now a live record, constantly updated and cross-checked for consistency. Let's unpack how that's changing the game, starting with one of the most common and misunderstood risks. Trend number 1. DUIs are no longer considered minor. Just a few years ago, a DUI was seen as a personal legal issue. You paid the fine, served your sentence, and moved on. But in 2025, that's no longer how immigration authorities see it. Under the August 2025 USCIS memo, even a single DUI can now trigger airport detention or secondary inspection when you re-enter the U.S. If you have 2 or more DUIs, you can be automatically barred from citizenship under the lack of good moral character clause. Here's what's new. Even one DUI within the past 5 years now triggers a deep background review. The green card holders with old DUI records have been detained or questioned for hours this fall. Some have even been temporarily placed in ICE custody despite completing their penalties years ago. So what should you do if this applies to you? Don't travel without documentation. Carry your court records, completion certificates, and a legal letter verifying the case's resolution. Consult an attorney experienced in both criminal and immigration law before filing for citizenship. Show rehabilitation and responsibility. Officers look at how you've changed, not just the record itself. In today's system, minor offenses no longer exist. Every incident counts toward your moral and behavioral assessment. Trend number 2. Speeding tickets are now being counted too. It sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Even traffic tickets can now appear on your immigration radar. The August 2025 USCIS directive expanded moral character evaluations to include driving behavior. Officers are now instructed to review patterns, not just individual incidents. That means 3 or more speeding tickets within 5 years can raise red flags. Unpaid fines or unresolved warrants can delay your application or trigger additional questioning. Officers may now ask for payment receipts, DMV records, or written statements explaining the violations. The idea isn't to punish mistakes, it's to evaluate accountability and responsibility. If you've had tickets in the past, the best strategy is simple. Clear all fines before your interview. Keep a full DMV record ready to present if asked. Be honest but calm. Explain the situation, accept responsibility, and demonstrate improvement. Remember, USCIS officers are no longer just reviewing paperwork. They're reviewing your pattern of behavior. Consistency and accountability now define good moral character. Trend number 3. Tax compliance is now an immigration issue. One of the most important and overlooked shifts this year is the IRS DHS data sharing partnership. For the first time, tax data is being actively linked to immigration records. If you owe back taxes, filed late returns, or have unpaid state taxes, it's now visible in your immigration file. In October 2025, several applicants faced delays and denials because they couldn't prove tax compliance or repayment efforts. Under the new moral responsibility standard, failing to file or pay taxes is viewed as a breach of civic duty. Here's how to protect yourself. File any missing tax returns immediately, federal and state. If you owe money, set up a payment plan with the IRS before applying for naturalization. Bring evidence, receipts, transcripts, or IRS letters to prove you're actively resolving the issue. Excuses like, "I forgot," or "I didn't know" no longer hold up. Immigration officers now interpret tax compliance as a reflection of your integrity and civic responsibility. In 2025, paying taxes isn't just financial, it's immigration compliance. Trend number 4. Extended travel abroad is a major red flag. For decades, green card holders have been warned not to spend too much time outside the U.S. But in 2025, that rule has become far more aggressive. CBP officers are now using advanced digital tracking to monitor your travel frequency, destination history, and residence patterns. If you stay outside the U.S. for 6 months or more, expect extra questioning at the airport. Here's what's happening this fall. Officers are asking where you lived, why you were abroad, and what your U.S. address is. If your answers don't match digital records, your intent to reside permanently can be challenged. Even with a reentry permit, expect questions about employment, taxes, and physical presence. If you travel frequently or for long periods, keep proof of U.S. ties, lease, bank account, utility bills, tax filings, and employment records. Do not sign Form I-407, abandonment of residence, under pressure. Always ask to speak with an attorney first. Plan trips carefully and consult a legal expert before extended stays abroad. Remember, the government isn't just checking your passport stamps. It's analyzing your pattern of residence and behavior to determine if you still qualify as a permanent resident. Trend number 5. Social media and speech are now part of vetting. Perhaps the most surprising trend of all, your online activity is now part of your immigration record. In October 2025, DHS confirmed that AI-powered systems are actively scanning public social media for signs of risk or inconsistency. That means posts, comments, or even shared content can be reviewed during your green card renewal or naturalization process. Posts criticizing U.S. institutions, engaging in extremist hashtags, or supporting violent movements can now be flagged as security concerns. Let's be clear. This isn't about silencing opinions. It's about assessing whether your online activity aligns with U.S. constitutional values and security principles. Here's how to stay safe. Review your public profiles before filing any immigration paperwork. Avoid posts that could be misinterpreted or taken out of context. Don't engage in hostile or extremist online debates using your real identity. Remember, freedom of speech remains a right, but everything you post publicly becomes part of your digital footprint, and now, part of your immigration evaluation. October 2025 marks a turning point. The message from immigration agencies is clear. Green card holders are no longer judged by isolated incidents. They're judged by patterns of consistency and responsibility. From DUIs to tax filings, from travel habits to online behavior, every detail counts toward the government's picture of your moral character and permanent resident intent. So what should you do? Stay compliant with taxes, fines, and records. Keep your U.S. connection strong. Travel smart. Always document your ties. Think before you post online. And if you've made mistakes in the past, fix them before applying for citizenship. Preparation is no longer optional. It's essential for survival in today's immigration environment. Final thoughts. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. The system is evolving, and the only way to stay protected is to stay informed. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss critical updates. Your immigration journey is too important to leave to chance. And here at USA Alert Zone, we make sure you always stay one step ahead.